Shit got me nervous, bro.
Man, what? I was thinking the same thing.
All right, I think it's up. Hopefully this thing is up. If not, well, it is what it is. But bow, what's up, everybody? Once again, it's BrandMan Sean and oh shit, what is that? I don't know where that's coming from. Dang, a random YouTube video. We gonna run this thing back, man. We gonna run this thing back. All right, we're gonna leave it all in there though. Y'all can get us. We running the live for the first time, everybody. So as I said already, it's your boy BrandMan Sean. It's your boy Kohrey, as he likes to say. I'll let him do his intro, but we got a video today for you guys. It was actually Kohrey's idea because I was doing my Sunday questions, right? And he asked me, like, is it too early to when is too early to monetize a fan base, or can you monetize a fan base too early? And I know you got some thoughts on that yourself, though. You didn't just ask it out the blue. You know what I mean? So I think this is a topic that a lot of artists are for real interested in, because I've seen people talk about it before. What's your opinion on it, just to get things started off?
See, I was kind of mixed between it at first. Like, when I got the idea from, I was talking to this artist in my DMs, this guy named DeJuan Martin. And so he asked me the same thing. He was like, hey man, can you monetize a fan too early? Like, I kind of have the fear of, like, if I try to sell them something, they'll start to think like, oh, I'm all about the money. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about this, that, and the third. And at first I was like, nah, man, that's what a fan is. A fan is someone that understands that you need money to do what you have to do. So in that sense, not so. But just as I kind of like thought more deeply about it, I was just kind of thinking about, like, even looking at like my own sales funnels and like other people's sales funnels, were like, there are a lot of people who will pitch the idea of, like, you can stop a long-term sale from trying to capitalize off of somebody in the first few stages of, like, of them really learning about you. Yep. So that's what kind of got me thinking, like, is that true where, like, a fan comes in as a fan and they're ready to buy, or is that still kind of like, that is part of like the nurturing process of making the fan of like, is that a sub level of a fan to where, like, they're just a fan who wants to support? And then there's the extra level of fan who's like, all right, now I'm ready to spend money with you, but you don't want to run them off before they get to that point. So that's kind of what got me, like, thinking about that question.
Yeah, I thought about that stuff before, just because from the standpoint, I've seen a lot of YouTube channels, right? In general. Well, I mean, other various mediums too, but especially on YouTube, right? Just learning stuff on YouTube. And you come across a lot of these channels, they have products to sell. As a marketer, you know what I mean? Like, as a business person, entrepreneur, I don't have any problem with people selling stuff, but there's been channels where it just feels like you only making videos to sell something.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why you are making videos. You understand that it's the opportunity, but like, it can't feel like that. You know what I mean?
Can't feel too salesy. Like, everything can't be too salesy.
Right. It's like you literally are saying what you're saying right now just to pitch this right here, as opposed to kind of like educating and giving value first. It's like, it's really just, it feels more like a finesse or a bait and switch than a educate. All right, now if you trust me, I also have more products. So I think it can definitely be too early. And sometimes people might come in through one source where they get sold earlier than another person, because some people might know about you for a minute, then you come out with a product, and then the first video or first post that people see of you might be a sales video. But my philosophy is, for one, is how you sell, right? Like, so because there's various levels, right? When I'm building, what's the intent of every single piece of content that you create? Like, if you move to give value first, like if you're an education dude, all right, that's easy, because you can just make sure you're talking about stuff that matters. But if you're an artist, it's like, for one, why would people buy your stuff in the first place? Right? You have to kind of turn people into fans, because you're probably not going to be like so fashionable that they want your stuff. But at the end of the day, if you have, matter of fact, because I think it's hard to actually define too early a lot of times. Of course, if you have a fan of your music, of your stuff, that'll make people buy. But I think a way around it to make sure it doesn't feel like you're selling too early, because I think that's what people are scared of, pushing fans away. You can sell at certain increments and be cognizant of when you're selling. Like, I'm not selling something or pushing something every week. Maybe I might offer free merch once a month, right? Or once a quarter, I might have a sale, or I might offer stuff like exclusive things in relation to a project where I'm not just selling every day, where it feels like I'm only bringing you in because I want to sell you something immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I feel like, yeah, you're right. Like I see certain artists talking about that, but I mean, like I said, the whole thing that kind of got me stuck was the fan portion of it, because you don't just call anyone that comes and follows you and supports you like a fan, like that. Fan is a whole different level of like category. Like it takes levels to get someone to a fan base. So that's what kind of had me thinking of, I don't think it's too early to monetize a fan, because they are a fan for a reason. Like I was saying, like fans are the people who understand that, like, okay, you bring value into my life. So I've decided that you are someone who brings enough value into my life that I'm willing to consistently support you, whether that be I stream your song a couple times a day, I put you onto my friends, or, at the highest level, I buy something from you. I put money into your pocket so that you're able to continue bringing me value. And I guess I could kind of just take it off of kind of like the stuff that we do was like, I saw people very early on coming from the channel like, yo, can I buy something for you? Like, I like it. So I'm just thinking like, with artists, it has to kind of be the same thing. Right? Like if someone came to you and was like, yo, I like you, can I buy something to show my support? Am I able to donate something, or can I buy a sticker or a t-shirt or something? Then I feel like you as an artist are justified in at least giving them the option. It's like you said, like I feel like as long as an artist isn't being like too salesy, like if you have your merch link in your bio, but you're still dropping new songs, you're still dropping videos, you're still dropping content they want to see, you're engaging with your fan base, you're actually putting in that work, then I don't think, what I'm saying, it's a bad thing to try to make money off of your 2,000 followers if 15 of them are down for it. I'm saying? Like 15 of them are like, all right, cool, bro, let me get one of these t-shirts.
I get what you're saying, and really, I think that's where it's important that you just differentiate, because what I was talking about earlier, you're right, is more of just bringing somebody down the sales funnel, period, and really kind of converting them to a fan. Like if you're being too pushy when someone first gets to know you, you might prevent them from becoming a fan. But if somebody's already a fan, then they already decided that they like you, they rock with you. So no, you can't. To me, you pretty much can't monetize that too early. And the people who are complaining about certain stuff, those are likely not going to be the fans anyway. And at the end of the day, there's going to be some people who want you to never be like a capitalist about the situation, and you can't. Those people can't support their career anyway. So we're like, all fans aren't good fans, right? Like it just is what it is. So like that's one thing. And then from the other standpoint, as long as the option is there, as you said, like, and people have the choice, because at the end of the day, I might go to a concert, and at a concert, I see one performance, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna support you. I'm not gonna say don't get that money. Have your merch at your concert.
Yeah.
So, like, am I too early? I might not even be a fan, but I just thought you were dope, and I want to support, because I'm just the type of person that's like, yo, man, this person's cool. I rock with what they do. Hopefully, they continue to do what they're doing. Let me buy a $10 shirt up off you.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool too, but it's one to have the option present and make people aware that the options are, and to go like over sales mode and say, all right, or to get how some artists get, like where they actually get to the point where they're raging about people not supporting them and stuff like that. Like those are the things that become unattractive.
Yeah, exactly. When it kind of feels like they're like begging their fan base for money in a sense. Cause I know that's how it feels when I see like larger artists like, yo, man, like y'all suck. Y'all don't buy anything. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm your fan. You gonna tell me I suck because I don't have any money right now, bro? Like, okay, like, well,
like that's the same with the artists who will be at a concert and be like, y'all stand up. Like y'all go cheer, man. Quit looking at your phones. And I'm like, that energy just doesn't exchange well. You know what I mean?
Like, it's all you, bro. Like look, it's the best I could do, man. Like my phone in my hands, the best I could do. But yeah, I mean, I guess like at what point, at what stage in an artist, their journey, would you recommend that they start to try to monetize their fan base? Like, is there a number that you would recommend they hit first? Is there like, like maybe like a content objective, like, don't try to make merch until, you've at least put out XYZ amount of songs and videos, or you think it's more of like a personal thing, like more of like you scan the landscape of your fan base and you kind of feel when it's hot, feel when it's cold, like when is it right to put something out?
Yeah, like my whole ethos has always been first understand that you have fans in the first place. Like get to that point where you say, all right, these people are engaging at a higher level, or there's a certain amount of people that rock with me. There's gonna be a certain point where you sell stuff just to be able to have a for real proof of concept that you got fans for real, for real.
Yeah.
But like my biggest thing is, let's say like I'm an artist, I drop a video and I got a lot of views, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
but we know that the impact and having a deep fan base and deep interest is different. So it's hard. I always thought about this. I never put it in words before. You know what? All right, put it this way: if you are going through the fan journey and through the fan story, yes, it's. I would say, wait till you feel like you can sell at least 10 items.
Okay.
Like just and even do maybe a first test on some small like scarcity type offer. Let's say, hey, we got 10 t-shirts and see how fast those 10 t-shirts get up. Or hey, we got 10 items, and there's two ways to approach it too, because I've always told people personally, because I'm thinking just from a business standpoint more than a fan validation standpoint. I don't think it's that bad to end up offering stuff too early, because at the end of the day, if people don't buy, it's just you just realize you don't have fans like you thought. But a lot of people, artists, spend too much money on merch or products before they even have a fan base to buy it. So you're just sitting with inventory.
Yeah.
And to me, that's what I'm typically more concerned about. I'm like, all the effort you put towards that, you need to be putting it towards marketing or music and all that other stuff. That's where my mind immediately usually switches. And so waiting for the things that take bigger investment, either do it in smaller quantity and offer it beforehand with a design before you can get it and get inventory. Or I would say you can offer stuff that has nothing to do, that doesn't require you to put any heavy investment almost immediately. I don't know if you're an artist that has like a digital special thing that you can offer or anything like that. I'm sure there's a lot of other types of merch and sales that artists can make that I never even thought of as far as some cool things. That kind of stuff to me you can offer just immediately, just have in place. Like so I don't really think it's a complete science to it, because I would be I would be kind of being hypocritical, because I know it at a lot of things that I've built. Like sometimes I'm throwing out stuff just to see and get a pulse of how many people would buy, and then I evolve from there. So I'm not even concerned about if it's too early or not. I'm just trying to get a realistic data set of what it is at this point. You know what I mean? And then I could work from there. Now I got something to move off of. So that's kind of how at the end of the day I fall all the way back to that. It's like, look, I don't care if I fail or not. I just need to know what do I have fans like I think I do or not.
Yeah.
So like we can start with engagement, but then okay, it looks like I got fans, but what do I really got? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's kind of the space I'm in too. Is like it's one of those things like you don't really know until you know. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're saying like you could think, oh, you know, my fans don't care to get merch from me right now, and you put out something and then 50 of them buy it, and then you, like you said, now you know, like, oh shit, there are people out there who are willing to spend money on me. Let me see how else I could capitalize off of this and use that money to reinvest it back in, blah blah blah. I didn't even think about the digital merch stuff. I met this artist once who was selling like motion wallpapers. It was like, I thought it was a really cool idea. Like I think he was selling them for like $4 or $5 or something. I don't know how he got it done, to be honest. Probably some like nice ass graphic designer. But like that's kind of what I was telling one of my own artist friends. Is like one of his videos is going viral, and I was like, man, you should attach something to this video in case people see this and go, oh, I want to buy something from you. Like the video is moving, it's done like maybe like 100K in like a month or something, just off of him doing like a little bit of promotion with it. And that's what I was telling him. I was like, man, even if it doesn't have to be a t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be hood. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to scare them away with a $65 hoodie price tag, because that would scare me away. Like, I just learned about you, bro. You know, so I just learned about you 5 minutes ago, and you trying to push a $65 hoodie on me. But similar to the story of the people you were saying you met at the show, or artists that you meet at shows, it's like, you know, I might $5 like you, you know what I'm saying? I might $7 like you, you know, I see artists sometimes they'll get donations from people because they don't have anything for sale. So I don't know. I guess I'm caught on the fence of like doing it just to see, because it's like you said, like And especially with the way I think a lot of merch lines are set up now, where a lot of these people are doing like the fast print shops, where like you don't really have much to lose to try it out. Like you go on some of these sites, like a I can't think, like a Printful or something, put up a couple of designs, like you said, put it in the water, see who's willing to buy it, and then only 3 people bought my T-shirt. Maybe I don't need to invest my money into going to get some hoodies made. I should invest this money into marketing my video or marketing or making a new song or something like that. But I don't know. I think I definitely fall in the line of like, if you have people engaging with you, if you have people who are interacting with you, and not just like one time, like if you keep seeing the same face like over and over, like this person is always in your comments on your YouTube videos, he's in your DMs, they're liking you see them sharing your songs and their stories, and it's like, put it out there and see if John want to buy a T-shirt, bro. See what John is talking about.
Just see what it do. At the end of the day, man, you just got to test it out. Because sometimes, some of the stuff you buy or sell, you try to sell, it might not be the right product anyway. You still might just find a different type of merch, or you throw a few levels at it. Hey, I got a $5, $10, $20 product. See which one they buy that. They might buy it for 10. And then it's just all information for me. But I don't know. So, do you know anybody you feel like? Have you ever encountered somebody you felt like they sold something too early?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, maybe not too early, but I think the price points for some artists are definitely way too high. Like, I have this this artist friend out here. I'm not gonna say his name, but he dropped the merch line, and his cheapest item was like $45 for a hat, and then it goes up to like his hoodies are like $85. And I'm like, hey, bro, what I'm saying? I like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll fuck with you. Like, I like you, but there's no way somebody's gonna pay $45 for a hat and they just learn. Like, I'm not gonna say there's no way, because I don't want to put it out there, but there's a very unlikely chance that someone's going to buy a $45 hat from you unless they have been with you for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've known about you for a while, and I'm kind of skeptical about it. So it's like, I can't imagine what it's like to the person that just saw you at a show, you know what I'm saying, for the first time. Oh yeah, bro, I like you. Can I get something? Yeah, my hoodie's $85. Like, all right, man, can I just get your Instagram or something? And I look at that, like, I look at it more so as like, maybe it's not necessarily too early to capitalize on a fan, but there's definitely like price points you should be aware of or where you are in your fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like $85, $100, it's like major label artists, like really big superstar acts charge that much for their merch. You know what I'm saying? I won't buy a $100 hoodie from Drake. I'm definitely not buying a $100 hoodie from, this artist I just met for the first time. So I feel more so like the price point is what matters in your fan journey. Like you said, like, if you only got 2,000-3,000 followers, you only maybe got 70 to 100 real fans. Sell them some small stuff just to show them like, hey guys, if you want to support me outside of the ways you're already supporting me, go buy a sticker off my website. Go buy a poster, go buy a wallpaper. Go buy a download to my song on iTunes and buy it. Something that is affordable to those fans that are there early on, because most of them have not invested the time into you yet to feel like you're worth some of the things that you're charging. So I feel like that's more important to be mindful. Like, be mindful of those price points. Be honest with yourself. Like, before I know you want to make some money. Like, I know y'all are like itching to put money in your pockets, but like, honestly, ask yourself, like, if my favorite artist was trying to sell me this, would I buy this? And if your answer is no for your favorite artist, what makes you think that someone who just heard of you is going to pay the same thing for you?
Yeah, because that's cap, bro. Like 45, bro. That's like nobody wants to feel like your lick. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, and a lot of artists realize that at the beginning, like, you might not turn a heavy profit. Like, you don't look at merch especially as like a heavy profit. Like, look at it as marketing at first.
Yeah.
And then you can build the margins up as you go, but 45. Yeah,
exactly, bro. 45 for a hat. It's like 85, 65, 85 for a hoodie. He was doing like 35 for. It was crazy, bro. It was some wild.
I be trying to get newer hats on sale, bro.
I'm like, bro, 45 for a hat. Like, I don't know, man. Like, holler at me when you got some stickers or something on sale. Like, I got you then.
Hey, so I would say, like, the biggest things, at least as what we talked about so far, is kind of like, one, there's not necessarily a too early once people are already considered fans. But more than anything, is measuring, engaging like with the level of their fandom by various price points. At the end of the day, you just got to experiment, and then make sure obviously you're not begging for stuff or shooting down on your fans because you just because they aren't buying. Of course.
Exactly. It's just like I look at like Hulu, Netflix. They reel you in with the free stuff, similar to your content, your music.
Yep.
They see, are you a $6 fan? Are you willing to pay $6 a month, or are you one of our more premium fans who's willing to pay $12.99 a month? I look at it the exact same way. Like, if you are an artist who's gotten to a point where you do have fans, like you can honestly look at your engagement and look at the people interacting with you and say, like, oh, I have some fans. Then the next step is figuring out, like, all right, but how deep into my fandom are they? Like, are you $5 to $20? Are you a $5 to $20 fan? Are you a $25 plus fan? Are you a fan willing to buy a ticket for my show? Let me know, or because and even now I feel like artists now are lucky enough to have the point where they can just ask, you know what I'm saying? Like they can just go into the Instagram store and be like, yo, if I made a t-shirt, would you buy it? Of course, most of them are going to say yes because they just want you to, they want you to feel nice about it. But it at least gives you an idea, like if you have 10,000 followers or 10,000 people keeping up with you and 500 of them like, nah, bro, like we don't want that yet. It's like, all right, take that into consideration. Like you just haven't built that relationship yet. Like you have not done the things that you need to do to make them feel like, I'm ready to buy something for you. I'm ready to purchase an item from you, whatever it is.
Yeah. And make sure when people buy from you that you see who those people were, because I say there's 10 t-shirts for sale, like my example, if like 5 of those people end up being your homies.
Yeah.
That's something to
I mean, honestly, man, because if you're an artist who is concerned about not looking like they're about money at first, I wouldn't sell it to my friends at first. Like I would just be like, hey man, I appreciate y'all, but it's like you said, like this isn't about the money. This is more about gauging where my fan base is. Like, I know mom and sister, y'all want to support me and make these t-shirts lit, but I need to see if I can move t-shirts, what I'm saying, within the people that I'm trying to establish my foundation, across or on top of.
That's real.
Yeah, like just like, man, let me see first. Y'all can get the next order. Like y'all can hop in the next order.
I used to do that with IG pages and stuff like that. I'll be like, hey, bro, like, look, this got nothing to do with your personal interest. I already know. So I understand you want to support me, but like, don't find me messing up the numbers, man. I need to know who actually rocks with this for real, for real.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, all right. So, yeah, I guess that does kind of answer my question. Like, I feel better about it. I got a little more clarity on it. Like, I got to hit the guy back in my DMs and tell him, like, hey, bro, if you feel like you're ready, I feel like it basically boils down to if you feel like you're ready, you feel like it's time, just make that decision based off of like realistic data. Really don't, just because you feel like you're lit, just because your friends are telling you lit, what I'm saying? Just because you have one song that's doing numbers, you have to really take like a real assessment of your landscape and ask yourself like, do I have enough people coming to me to where I support it? I mean, I live strongly by the like 2 to 5% kind of thing where it's like, I don't know, just a lot of things I've looked at pertaining to like sales. It always seems like whatever your big number is, like you can maybe convince 2 to 5% of those people to buy something. That's just kind of how it feels to me. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's still, it just comes down to like when does it feel like you're ready? Like when do you feel like your base is ready? Or just ask your base, because they're going to tell you, like if you ask your fans a question, they will gladly let you know the answer to it. They will gladly tell you, yeah, bro, we want that. Or nah, bro, keep that. Go back to the drawing board. Hit us back in like a month. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen comments. I've seen comments on the artist videos where like they'll be talking about one thing, and the fans are like, "Hey man, you need to shut up with that, bro. We were on this. Like you ain't even addressed this yet." And I feel like it's the same. They'll let you know with that. Like they'll be like, "Hey man, you out here dropping t-shirts, and we've been asking you about this video you teased a month ago. Like what's up with that?" And they'll give you an idea. Like, "Oh, now's the time. Now is not the time to be doing this. I got other things I should be focusing on."
Hey, that's super real, man. Because I always tell people to use your fans for feedback on what the products that you should create. Like I got a homeboy, man. Dude got hundreds of thousands of like he's on YouTube. I know a few people on YouTube like this, but this one in particular, he got a super strong fan base, hasn't dropped anything for sale. All right. And I'm like, I know you'll be able to get something out of it. But I'm not. But I'm like, you don't even got to start huge. Like that's why I said immediately, like 10 t-shirts. Like I had thought about that because we had that conversation. I'm like, brothers, like you just to get used to the process, throw out 10 t-shirts, or if it's not 10 t-shirts, like literally engage your fan base. Say, yo guys, really appreciate y'all support. I was thinking about dropping some merch ideas, some merch of some sort, but I would like to know what you guys would want to see, and then we're just going to have like a voting process. So I'm gonna take some ideas, and then we'll come up with something together. So include them, involve them, and then it might not be a t-shirt, it might not be a headband or a dad hat or whatever. It might be something completely different that you might not even came up with. So one, you get an idea that you wouldn't have came up with. Two, they bought into the process and they feel even more closer to you. And then three, obviously that cash. So that's something to consider for everybody, whatever standpoint y'all are at.
Yeah. And sometimes, I guess sometimes I feel like you can monetize certain experiences before you can monetize like products. So like, I guess similar to how an artist may send out like exclusive show material or vlog material to their email list, I think that some of that content can be monetized for like a small fee. Like I have a friend who runs a YouTube channel on like a graphic design YouTube channel, and he has everything set up through Patreon, like through donations, and where it's like, you donate $2, you'll be the first person to see this video before it goes live. And I think, like something like that, that's not really invasive. That's not a large amount that you're asking for from your fan base. Like if I thought you were cool and you told me, man, hey, $2 and I'll let you see my video before it comes out in a month. And I like you enough, it's like, okay, cool. Like I'm paying for the experience. I'm paying to be able to, I'm paying for exclusivity. I'm paying to be one of your first fans that can come in the comments and be like, oh, y'all late, I already saw this, you know what I'm saying? So now you've made me an exclusive part of your fan base. Like I'm at a different level than the rest of them. And I think like, yeah, I just really feel like if an artist feels like they can't move merch, test it out with something like that. Like something like, just test it out with something small that almost just feels more like a donation, and that you're just giving them something so it doesn't feel too much like a donation, and then kind of like gauge it out from there. Like see, because I'm also a big fan of, if there's one person out there that's willing to spend money on you, that means there are thousands of people out there that are willing to spend money on you. But like you said, you just have to present them with something that they are willing to spend money on. Everybody doesn't want a hat. I don't wear hats. I wouldn't buy a hat from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why waste my money? But I may buy that wallpaper we talked about earlier. Like I may buy that for you. I make stickers. I make it. So yeah.
I like that idea, that wallpaper idea. I gotta look more into that.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look, I know some graphic designers, bro. Let me know. I got you.
I mean, I'm not even thinking about my. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll figure something out. Man, the thing I say about that idea though, when you're talking about the Patreon, people saying content earlier, because I'm gonna be real with you, like even from my situation, people have told me forever, like I was probably only like 5-6 months into the YouTube channel where they were like, yo, you should monetize videos. You should monetize videos. First of all, I had people tell me like I shouldn't make videos in the first place, where you should charge for this information. You should charge for this information. But then after that, like it was like, I don't want to like do the Patreon model for myself. Like, I couldn't see it. I get real weird about just taking donations and money from people. Like I'm just weird with that kind of stuff. So I know a lot of people probably feel that way, and especially when you talk about the monetize too early, and not wanting to turn people off. But like I say that to say, out of all the donation models and things I've thought about, just because I have to think through it at least, for donations and Patreon and different types of models, that one probably sits with me the best. Like so I say that because I'm like, at the end of the day, you got to find something that works for you personally too, that you're comfortable with. Especially for a lot of these artists, we got to realize aren't salespeople or aren't used to making transactions. So you might want to just find something that feels low effort for you, whether that's an event or a little meetup, a small pop-up experience, right? If your audience is localized enough, like for me, that's something that I would consider. Like, oh yeah, I'm just dropping content beforehand a month before because I feel like there is value in it, and I can see people getting value from getting content earlier. But like I said, because compared to other things that I was hearing or people were telling me I should do, I wasn't liking it. So definitely figure out what works for you, what you're comfortable with, and what makes sense to you. You know, because I know nobody wants to feel greasy about, you know, like the way they ask, and nobody wants to feel like that salesperson, especially when you are the artist. But at the end of the day, hey, you might just have to get a bulldog manager or a homie for you who doesn't mind doing the pushing for you. So that way, you don't even look like you're the one asking a lot, right? You sit back chilling, and you got this other annoying person doing the hustling for you, and they get the numbers like that. That's another like dynamic that you can build for yourself as well if you just aren't somebody who can be self-promotional or don't know how to do that personally.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, man. I feel like, look, y'all watching this, just power through it, because like I said, it's weird for everybody at first to sell something to somebody, but remember, they are only spending their money with you because they want to. That's how I feel about it. Like,
hey,
they made a conscious decision to. They had to click pay, but it asked you a couple of times before the transaction goes through. Are you serious? So like,
that's true as hell too. That's true as hell too.
Like, no one's going to support you if they don't want to support you. Like, no one's just out here wandering the world looking for random people to support that they don't feel like supporting. That's how I feel about it.
Unless they're just buying 20 seats to the front row just so nobody can be sitting there.
Yeah, what's that one dude? Mike Scrivelli? I feel like he would do something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
That
dude, I feel like he would do something like that, bro. Like, I can see him. Get these T-shirts so you can never sell them again. Like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I think that dude in jail. I'm pretty sure that dude got to be.
Yeah, he's in jail. I think he is. Yeah, he's out here. He's out of here.
Yeah. Well, hey, you got anything else for this topic? I think we touched on enough angles. Next time we do something like this, we'll have to probably make the live chat, Uber chat available so we can talk to people during. But this is the first time. We just have to knock it out.
Yeah, man. We gotta test it out. We gotta get the kinks out first. I know I need to sit somewhere with some better lighting next time. I look weird.
Look, man, you stunning on me too, man. You know, I got my black shirt. And he got the outfit on, man.
Man, look, bro, this the going out hoodie, bro. This the go run errands, run back into the crib before it's too late hoodie, bro.
It looked like you posted up. That's the posted up on the wall hoodie. Hey, girl, come here hoodie, bro.
Hey, man, look. So one of us gotta be drippy on the channel, bro. One of us gotta be drippy on the channel, bro. Like,
hey, bro, it's you, bro. It's you.
Yeah, man. The only thing I would have out of it to say is, man, like we said, just and when in doubt, just ask. They will let you know. Like, I've learned that if nothing else, is people will be glad to share with you their 2 cents on what they think you should do. People will gladly tell you. So don't be afraid to use that to find out. Yeah, that's all.
That's real, man. I completely agree. And hey, as always, we would love to know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like, you might as well share it. And if you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Oh yeah, follow Kohrey Favor on IG and follow BrandMan Sean on IG as well. If you ain't already, what you doing? Peace. All right, let's start.